Shout out to Mr. Avisha Philip. Even though we don't always agree, like we both 79 babies. I'm about to be 38 soon, so he's Gemini, so he made before I did. Okay, watching the video about the FBI statistics and FBI statistics where um, they were talking about how, because people always talking about, well, if you have a leading crime rate in your community, that makes a high population, and they don't see there's a difference between arrests and convictions in population. It don't always match. One thing that a lot of people are not talking about, if we start talking about thugs and gangsters and stuff, it's funny if it was minority majority, which is going to be in a couple years by Trump became president. That's why folks trying to bring up the bringing the wall, and the first thing he did say rapists and murderers. You always hear about thugs raping white women and why, stuff, and I'm not defending that. Okay, um, as a person of African American in French, Spanish, and Irish and English named American. I also have a fourth grandmother was a white woman, okay, who married a mulatto Creole after slavery, okay, who was passing for white on my mom's side. So the reason why I'm bringing this up because they always talk about the higher crime rate, most blacks are killed. That's part of the population. Blah 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 blah. But never talk about the high crime rate in the white community. Sex abuse is just as worse as physical and violent and murder. Okay, it kills a soul, and that's stupid to talk about minorities, African Americans, like and even Latinos, American people as being thugs and violent offenders and drug, and actually it's more drug violations in the white community according to the FBI 2015. Okay. Yeah, and actually, a lot of drugs said most of them are white, and that's why we have that stereotype about white person from the African American or Hispanic community that is they trying to get drugs. Okay, and it kind of ties into what Nixon was saying about getting the blacks and the liberals because of the war on drugs. Okay, okay. Well, in Woodstock, I remember. I wasn't. I was born '79. I wasn't born in them, but it was before my time. The sex abuse. We're going to talk about the sexual abuse. The sexual abuse, whether it be rape, child molestation, whatever, in the Caucasian American community that folks do not talk about. As you're talking about thugs, I guess people who don't sag their pants and look like jigaboos and pickaninnies, and I mean stereotypical, and and looking weird, like they come off the street, that you worrying about them robbing you, but I guess a person in a suit who dressed nice and have to be Caucasian, the same stereotype will go for someone that's not pure Caucasian, don't look Caucasian, but yeah, that you will say the same thing about a white person. I'm not saying it should, but it will be hurtful to you being throw around a white person. Oh, they go sex offender every time they walk in the community. Oh, they go sex offender. I go drug person buy drugs and snap. Drug driving is also the leading cause of in the white community, according to FBI. That means every white guy or a white woman drive drunks. And you ever hear that stereotype about get drunk like them white boys and white boy crazy? Yeah, okay, that stereotype coming from there too. The reason why that I brought this up, and I keep bringing up the mixed background, I keep bringing about there was race play going on, dehumanizing people African American in porn and calling them out their names, and then two, everybody up on the thug, the cartel, and the border, and them niggers, and excuse me for language, the niggers way back are going to kill us if we don't get Trump president. Okay, excuse me. So I guess I should be scared if I have children around when a pure Caucasian who don't, because I don't look Caucasian, but it's in my DNA, walks around. That's how it's, every time I should clutch my my bag and stuff and tell my kids, hey, come on here. That's the same stereotype that if that was to happen, and imagine you're an innocent white person and they're accusing you as a sex offender because statistics show it is in your community. I'm not pure Caucasian. I don't look Caucasian. I don't live in a white proclaiming to be community, okay? Because none of us ain't pure black, and I'm not with that one drop trash. Actually, the one drop rule was made for the slave masters to rape the slaves in order to make all of us, since I don't look, and I don't look like this complexion here, okay? Besides Native American in my DNA, that was the idea of that. And they're always accusing brothers of raping white women And maybe there were some cases of that, but majority was not, because most of them were falsely accused. But you had, even after slavery, white men raping sisters, dark, light, whatever. Okay? And so, and I remember a dark-skinned man from New Orleans, he was having his grandfather like a white man, and he hated his grandfather, who looked white, who was mixed, hated white people because his mother, which is the dark-skinned brother's great-grandmother, was raped by a white man in Louisiana. See, you're not talking about this stuff. See, when Columbus came here, besides all that thugging he did, and killing, and murdering, and raping, and slavery, I mean, just rape, okay. And then later on, the other Europeans came in, and I'm mixed with Caucasian, so I'm gonna mention this. This is my DNA too. They came and hurt my African people and Native people, and raping and thugging and doing all that other stuff that you are accused of brothers and Latinos doing. It don't make the stupid sense that your high crime rate is so big a sex offense when we also have a historical background and historical evidence. Because besides that, for grandmother being white, I'm sure somebody was raping in my family tree due to a white man. So before you start talking, point the finger, thug, and didn't do nothing, and build a wall, fix that damn community. When you fix your community first. Before you're talking about black on black crime, why do Black Lives Matter? All lives matter. You think the racist cop believe in all lives matter? We would not be having police bills and beating people and abusing their power to commit official oppression, which is a felony. You're not going to talk about that. Cole and Falter ain't going to talk about that. I guess people should make videos of white men every time they get in trouble, a sexual offense, and do like Thomas Sotomayor and talk about white men and women raping kids, raping dogs, all that stuff. If they did that to you, and every time a white person walk around who's innocent of that, you will get very offended. That's the same way for us as minorities who have to hear that mess. Once you treat people with respect as individuals and stop using, okay, well, if a high crime rate, and then lie and distort the data, the data of the numbers when it comes to the statistics about how many people in a certain community belong to, that's just stupid right there. So I guess drunk driving, I should think every white person on drugs in, since it's a high drug violation. Come on now. And then you're going to talk about the arrest warrants opposed to the convictions. They're totally different. You know? So get your data straight before you make statistics up and distort it and misinterpret it like they say in the Bible. People misinterpret the scripture on the structure as St. Peter said in the 3rd chapter, 3:15, in the 1st chapter about misinterpretation, okay? Of his 2nd letter. Before you do all that distortion to fit your little racist narrative, you need to fix that mess about sex offenders. Let's also talk about the history of the Native American woman being raped, the black woman being raped, okay, in the United States. That's a historical data right there. And many of us, if I tell people, stop denying your mixed heritage, because it's the truth. Okay? I'm not, whatever that happened, got nothing on me. It's just, I'm just the blessing that came out the curse. As they say in Deuteronomy, I forgot what verse is about. I ain't perfect, but I know this. I'm the blessing that came out that curse, okay? Or the curse as the rape, okay? Whatever, okay? My family are with a blessing that came out that mess. Okay, but you don't want, that's why you want us to mention that we have white DNA in us, because you know, besides trying to give us the privilege card because we share European DNA, you feel guilty of your ancestors who are white, and they're all mine too, but remember, it's the mixed DNA. You claim me pure Caucasian. I'm not pure Caucasian, don't look Caucasian. That's a difference. You sit here offended by all the statues being thrown down, no converted. They were raping black women too. Okay? So before you start talking about, and this is not only that, raping the Native American women, and also, hold up. We gonna talk about, y'all talking about President Obama. I don't like Clinton, okay? No, because what he did with the reach that shit out, and also, yeah, okay. And I don't like, Margaret Sanger. Oh yeah, okay, that situation. I'm a pro-life liberal, not a pro-choice liberal. What about when I had in my head something happened back in the day, in the 80s when I was coming up. Remember what happened in Boys Town? Reagan and Bush? Oh, y'all love to talk about it? Because I'm a convert to Catholicism. I'm not a Protestant no longer since I was 13. But y'all love to bash, because I was a white English Protestant country, bash my religion. Excuse me, the Bush, I don't remember hearing Bush or Reagan being Catholic, but in their administration, they had people who are politicians who had a sex abuse case in Lincoln, Nebraska with the Boys Town situation. Remember that scandal? Oh, and y'all only got that high yellow brother Lawrence King, known as Larry King, not the Jewish guy on CNN, the big old high yellow light skinned brother who's singing "Oh" for Reagan. Oh, okay, you can bring that up. It probably sees why it did also that Johnson dude up there in North. Remember the billionaire who sexually abused his stepdaughter and got away with it. I mean, 4 months in prison. No, 4 months in prison. Yeah, 4 months in prison without putting his behind on a sex offender list. So before you start bashing the African Americans in the community, because none of us are pure Africans, so we mix with white Native American as well, and others in my background. I'm not with the one drop rule that you cause for raping, okay, and it cause dehumanize anybody with black blood. That's why we don't all look alike after doing slavery and Jim Crow. Instead of bashing our community and bashing Latino community and any other communities of color, and I'm also mixed with Spanish Creole, the Louisiana roots, because that's Spanish mixture besides French. You know, my mixture, Spanish roots didn't come from Louisiana. I mean, from Latin America, excuse me. Instead of bashing the communities of color, bash those in your neighborhood who sex abusing your kids. Bash the one in drug convictions. Also, the high crime rate in domestic violence, mean child abuse, and all the spousal abuse, according to FBI statistics. Bash that and make videos about that before you start attacking ours. Okay? Because at the end of the day, anybody can commit those acts, no matter what color they are. Ever since the two people in the Garden of Eden ate that fruit, if you are religious, okay, and it took the Jesus died on the cross, right, so we can be forgiving. But remember, Lord, don't go to heaven. We still gotta work out salvation, fear, and trembling, okay, as in Philippians, okay. So point is, I ain't perfect, but I know this. You can't sit here and make stupid jokes and comments and diddy nothings because you feel ashamed of who you are. Because you don't like who you are as a white person. Because a bully pick on people, feel less about who they are. That's the reason why. You insecure with yourself. And since you claim to be full European and no mixture, no native, no African, and the mixture of three races in Latin America, or either Asian, whatever, you're claiming to be full European, you're not even in Europe. You're the illegal immigrant. If you're racist, I mean, those who are white who are not racist, I'm not talking about you, I'm not the ones who want to think they're better. Columbus came here illegally. Native Americans didn't ask him to come here. So know about your history and know about what's going on in your community first, because we're not making videos bashing white people and calling them sex offenders and drunk drivers and all these other stuff that you have co-founded in a dark-skinned brother, Afro-Latino, Tommy Coon Sotomayor. Okay? Your little favorite field slave. Or should I say, since you love the N-word so much, you field nigga. Okay? And I don't hate the N-word, but that's your favorite field nigger. Y'all need to stop worrying about what's going on in the African American community. And don't get wrong, use of the N-word, I don't call myself a nigga. I know who I am. I don't call myself, I have respect. I'm not like these your slave niggas in the community that you talk about so much, who's selling your dope for those drug convictions. Besides selling in the community, y'all come into the hood and the barrio to get it. Okay? And getting a violations of it. So before you start talking about our African Americans in the community, who that's mixed with black, white, and native, and along with Latin, black, and white, and native as well, and Asian, whatever you have that hatred, because it's not purely white or isn't white at all. fix your own problem. Make videos and make sure your kids are protected by those who out there trying to do something to your kids or try to rape your women. They don't look like me. They make sure European DNA, but I don't look European. Okay? So get that situation straightened out first. Fix that mess and make sure the white community is purely white as in right as in action. I ain't talking about race. You think the white superior? You shouldn't even have numbers at all if you all that superior. Last time I checked, only God is superior and you're not God. And unlike these people here, I have the nerve to tell you that. I don't look at you as a God. So get that situation straight. I'm getting very tired every time. The situation is more complex. Where Black Lives Matter, let me explain something about Black Lives Matter and Latino Lives Matter and Native Lives Matter. I'm going to repeat this again. The cops that get our paychecks, our taxpayer money, they talking about welfare and all that other crap, that also go to these departments that work for the government in the city. The taser, the guns, and all the other materials you need for your job. It's not like Mexico where you have to buy that stuff. That's why you have some cops in Mexico rob people to get some money or to get their materials for work. Okay? The real reason that we say that because tax-paying people who are humans before that badge, who need to be humble about it, who not God with it, okay, who no different than Matthew 18, scandalize the little ones thrown into the sea with thank you. Being wolfishly clothing, who racist, hate, and don't love their brother, okay, are out there trying to kill people of color, especially of African American, Native American, and Latino descent. And I guess you include Asian as well. And they're taking our taxpayer money and paying these people money in their paychecks and pensions and stuff. You talking about welfare and Section 8 and all that other stuff? Those government funds go to their paychecks. The thugs, yeah, I know about the CIA situation and crack epidemic and all the other crap. But that's not legit money based on black and white information. That's dirty money. We're talking about legit money. From our taxpayer money goes to those guns and those cars and everything else. And it's sad y'all fundraising for your departments while you get in taxpayer money. They're working with our taxpayer money for us to protect us, right? Well, it shouldn't be doing a thugging on the clock with that badge. That badge is supposed to be honored, not to be worshipped. It's not a golden idol. Okay? They need to humble themselves because before they came where there was a human and they could die as a human. They not God with that badge. Respect go both ways. Okay? And being dirty does not, it makes you a hypocrite of what you're trying to teach and preach. And I ain't perfect, but I don't have authority position unlike these people that we paying money to every time we clock it at the job. Every time we go to, if you're a business owner, you got to pay taxes every year as a business owner. Or either when you're filing your taxes, those taxes that we have filed go to them. So here you got tax-paying people who are targeting people, African American, Latino, and the American, and probably anybody of color, and being abusive in their power. That's why we say it, because we know that white lives do matter. Yeah, there's white lives that get killed. Let me tell you the reason why. There was recent years, but for 20-some doggone years, people of color being mistreated, and white folks got away with it. They can have weed in the car. They can't do anything and it'll be a slap on the wrist. Person of color, especially how darker they are and how bigger they are, that's what y'all fear, who are racist. Instead of seeing people as people with the All Lives Matter message, you don't think All Lives Matter in that badge. That's why. So when we say Black Lives Matter, Latino Lives Matter, and Native Lives Matter means that all lives matter, included that's not fully white or pure white. That's what we're saying. We just as human as you are as a full-blown Caucasian person. So that's what we're saying. And I'm getting very sick and tired of, you don't think, the moral of the story, yes, in God's eyes, all lives matter. But these racist people and people who have even there are minorities of African or Latino descent or any other color who want to kiss the white racist people in their apartments or be scared or intimidated by them, do not believe that. Okay? So that's why. So before you start bringing the thugs and cartel and all the other stuff and immigrants taking jobs, all the other crap and building the wall and didn't do nothings and pansack and all the other crap and those are niggas and I saw Black Lives Matter in the toilet and all this other crap, before you start saying that, fix your problem with the sex abusers who don't look like us, who look more like you. So your children, your wife, and even if they also raping the men, be safe. Stop the drug conviction. Stop using drugs. Stop selling dope too, because white weed sellers make more money and get away with the law than a person of color who does that mess. Okay, and I'm gonna tell it like it is on my channel, because I'm getting tired as a person of color who don't look like my white ancestors. This is getting on my nerves. And yeah, if you want me to leave the country, be prepared. I don't mind. I know my history. I know about John Horace. The book I was reading the other day about across the Rio to freedom, U.S. Negroes, because back in 1975, U.S. Negroes in Mexico. I know about my heritage. I know about Josephine Baker. I don't mind. If you want to set a GoFundMe, it'll be the best gift in the world, and you can rot in the country that's not yours. Like someone said, it stole my car. I said I had a car, and the carjack stole it. I just hope they get into a wreck. That's how I look at it, because it's not theirs, and they shouldn't be driving it. Okay, that's how I look at it. And this is part of my native land. If you don't got no Native American blood, stop claiming to be pure white. Then I don't claim to be pure black. I know I'm not pure black. I know I don't look like this. Okay, just I don't like this white shirt. I don't look like this either. Okay, point is. Alright? I claim I'm multiracial. I'm African American, French, Spanish, Creole, English, Irish, and American. That's my background. That's how I got here. That's how my parents got here. I'm not with the one drop rule and blood quality that you try to deny having mixed hairs while it wait till 2000 to check more than one box. And we've been mixing all these years. That's why. Denying data on there. No, you over here making a false identity about who we really are as people with mixed heritage. And you gave us our white DNA. Let's get that straight beside the first grandmother that's on my family tree. But during slavery, you the one impregnated and mixed. You the one, you know what I'm saying, your white ancestors who are, you know, and also that's mine as well, but they came here and mixed with my black and native. They started race mixing in Americas. Let's get that straight. And you talking about population going down, you're not in Europe. If a people of a different race come in another continent, okay, especially as a minority, they end up being a minority in the future. That's how it goes. That's all I have to say.